long time. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to get DMCA. Hello, welcome to another episode of On the Back Hatch.
Where have you been?
It's called school teaching.
Right, it's called marching
It's
season.
marching season.
Yeah,
We'll still got another 4 months before they.
They won't start till December.
They just now
what
figured
are
out
we
their show.
doing here, bro? I was like, yeah, am I tripping or has it been forever? Look at the schedule. We don't start till next week. Okay.
You trying to get to a show, aren't you?
I do. Last time I went, it was pretty cool. I got to record a couple groups and showcase one, and one of them got a comment on one. They were so happy that I was able to get it because it was a field commander who had a solo. And for some reason, they said just for that specific show, that was the only solo she had. Mm-hmm. And I had gotten the only video of her doing it. So She was like super hyped that I was able to get that video. So I was like, cool, man. That's what's up. The show was good.
Look at
they got some gems up here.
Well, making people's day. But yeah, besides marching band, how's everybody doing? I mean, it's weird saying that because I see Chris and Zach every day. But
we literally saw each other at recording this episode like 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
So I guess the real question is, Will, how are you doing?
Yeah. Went along day by day, man. That's where it's
better if the Saints could win a football game.
If somebody
because the Titans sure ain't.
Dude, don't get me started,
bro.
I dropped Zach off from breakfast this morning. I was driving back, and literally from where his house is, my house, a pick six happened. I was like, not watching. I'm not watching. I heard that on the radio.
Yeah, I took a nap.
I'm out. Yeah, I took a nap too.
No, ours is worse. I had just got on watching somebody on this. They were doing like a YouTube podcast or something like that over the game of today. And this lady called in and she said the exact same thing that I did because I literally turned her. I was gone for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I turned around. The game had just started. Turned around for 2 minutes. Came back. I'm telling you, it's first quarter. Barely 5 minutes had gone. We down 21. I said, what happened? What happened? And I sat down, looked at the game. They scored again off of a block punt and return touchdown. I said, okay, Saints, man. She was mad. We was all just in the chat text, just mad. It's like everybody had the same experience. It was hilarious. I was like, bro, because we knew we was going to struggle this year. It's rebuilding. We got a bunch of old players and all this, and so we was like, okay, this ain't gonna be it. I just said, if we lose, just fight, y'all. Play. Just at least play, man. Just act like you want to win, right? Man, the Seahawks beat us to the ground. I said, they putting in second strings in the second half and backup quarterbacks and stuff. I was like, this is insane. We can't even score on the backup.
Oh, no.
I said, what is we doing, y'all? I was like, yeah, Mickey Loomis got to go. And I said it on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, by the time I got out of the car and turned my TV on and turned the game on, the Titans had already threw a pick six. I was like,
already.
I literally I pulled in my driveway and I sat there. I was like, I'm listen to this third down. And it's a pick. I'm like, let's turn it off. I'm like,
so we all got home around the same time, I guess, because when I got in the car, they ran the first down play.
Mm-hmm.
Got a yard. I don't know. I was getting out of my car during the second play, and then I literally opened my door, sat in my chair, and I looked, and they had the ball again. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe they got a first down. But I was like, the score is 7-0. What happened? And then I looked on ESPN pick six. I was like, you are like, wow, Titans.
Dude, I'm telling you.
At this point, stop construction.
Right? We don't need that new stadium.
Just tear the stadium down. We don't need.
No, because
pull down.
We need it for the regional.
We need it for DCI.
We need it for DCI and
DCI
the SEC.
buy the stadium from them. That would be dope. DCI had their own stadium.
Just for DCI.
Just for DCI.
Hey,
But then they can
never
lend,
know
but
what
then they
world
can
will
lend
be.
it out, for
See?
everything. Because that's what, honestly,
Concerts.
it's going to be sad. But if they don't turn it around, that stadium is going to be more used for other things besides.
I'm thinking my concerts are there. Like, I think
concerts.
that's
Super
that's
Bowl's
what it's
probably going to
for.
be there. Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's, yeah.
Yeah, they already started doing that this past season with college basketball, turning stadiums into half courts and
I couldn't imagine
bottom
watching
that was crazy though.
a game.
I wouldn't
in
like
a-
to do it either.
In that
Like-
big arena like
Because
that?
I watched it on the TV. I said I couldn't be there. I said,
my
"This
in-laws
feels
went
weird."
to the Final Four when it was in, was it Houston? Maybe it was when they had their first big stadium one. Was it Houston? I can't remember. But they sat up there. I'm like, how do you even watch a game? Like I
It's
That
like
too
far
far,
away?
even NBA arenas are almost too
too big.
big. You know what I mean? And like I couldn't imagine an NFL stadium. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine trying to shoot.
Yeah,
in the NFL,
the sight
like-
lines are insane.
God, I'd be airballing everything. I still airball everything, but that'd be worse now.
Well, I think they don't do it anymore, but they used to do like a hardwood classic or a college classic on like a cruise ship on like a
Yeah, the
World
battleship.
They
Cup
did
or
that.
whatever.
I saw the
That's
Kentucky
pretty
game
cool.
when they did that one. I was like, "How we gonna lose on a cruise ship?"
Like, how many balls went out of bounds? Like I'm just,
Well, they do that Battle for Atlantis in the big ballroom in the hotel. Put a court down in there.
Yeah, shoot
Sure
too
could.
high, hit the chandeliers.
Yeah.
no worse than a Dallas Cowboy football screen.
Dude, those, I think it's gigantic.
You've seen that in person, right?
I have, yeah.
All right. Well, that was your sports talk for today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now to stocks. No, I was playing.
I'm out.
Listen, I can talk about
I'm about to
sports
say.
pain forever. Like I picked the worst.
you know,
I'm bad.
Titans, Cubs.
Which they're doing it. They clinched the playoff spot, wild card spot. So they have a good team.
You know, and this will be my last thing, and then we can get on with it to get on. But like baseball seems to stop existing to me in like mid-August, like once school starts.
Well, once
You
college
do-
football and
you do-
NFL starts,
Yeah.
it's pretty much it's a waiting for the playoffs to start kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
because you said they hit the clinch the wild card. I was like, well, I guess it is towards the end of the season.
Hey, you're like 374 games.
That's a lot.
It's like, God, all these games, man. It's like the NHL. It's like today, the Kraken playing and they winning, but it's preseason. But still, it's like, why y'all got so many games, bro?
NBA
Don't
starts
nobody want to
hearing
skate for that
about-
long.
Hockey's
What?
got 80. NBA has 82.
baseball's 162.
162.
That's
It's
insane.
insane, man. That is insanity.
That's a lot.
Like, why though?
You gotta do something in the summertime.
Money, man.
It's just now what the WNBA playoffs.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are going on right now. Yeah.
But this season only lasts like 2 months. It doesn't last long.
Yeah,
very
there's
long
not
at
enough
all.
teams. I think theirs is only
Soccer's year long, basically.
Just about between
Okay.
the international windows.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, their playoffs are getting ready. MLS.
So, National season, Gold Cup, right? U.S. Cup,
They are in the
something.
the Open Cup.
Open Cup. I knew it was a cup.
They're in the finals.
I knew a beverage container was involved somehow.
It's something, some kind of container.
So, yeah. All right. So it's been a minute, and I think about a month ago, we sent out a search for a bunch of questions that you may want to ask us, and we had some responses.
Mail
So
time.
yeah, mailbag action going
Mailbag.
on.
Yeah.
So we were going to take this episode to answer those, and we don't. Chris knows what they are, but we don't. So who knows what type of answers you're going to get? Because yeah. So Chris, I hand the mic to you.
All right. So first off, if you want to interact and ask us any kind of questions anytime, check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. on a Backcasters or handle. YouTube as well. Comment, interact with us. We like to talk back and forth with people. So if you got questions, don't think this is the only time you can ask them. So, so I got a few here. I don't know how we want to rotate this or how we want to do it. We just kind of have an open discussion. We can do it like that. Because some of these are actually really good. So kudos to you all for these questions. So the first one is what changes does Fandom need to make to get to the next level? So we think about Fandom the last couple of years, they've kind of been in that 4th, 5th spot, kind of circling around there. What can they do to get to that middle spot again?
I'm going to go ahead and get the petty answer out of the way now.
Give the show a title.
Step one.
But I think from
name your show,
they're going to have to get an elite section. I think that's something they're going to have to turn up the heat and be a top 2 or top 3 contender in a caption somewhere. That's kind of the way every group ended up making their push forward. So
tangent question off that.
Okay.
What do you think is the easiest for them? What section or what area do you think is the easiest for them to make that leap if it did happen?
I mean, I think
I'm gonna say percussion.
I was gonna lean that way.
Oh, I was not, but go ahead.
But no, it's your
opinion.
Was guard your second choice?
Guard?
Yeah.
No. I was gonna say brass, but there would take some other people to fall off some. Like, I don't see your top 3 brass lines. So that's like Boston, Bluecoats, and Crown, or maybe SCV. Like, I don't see any of them cooling off anytime soon.
I don't think they would have to.
Comparable.
I think if you did do brass, I think you would be on something. I think because in my opinion, what it is like look at Bluecoats. I think what happened is Bluecoats figured something new out that caught everybody's attention, and then they grew from that. They got cleaner and cleaner and cleaner and cleaner and stuff. So they had something to ride on. So if Phantom found something like that, and it's the same thing with Crown. I mean, they started doing fast playing stuff, and then they had that niche, and then people caught up. So I think that is a possibility. I will say the easier one, more likely, probably is the percussion. Because as of right now, God, Lee, that thing is wide open. It's it's fluctuated so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who gonna win it next?
Guard would be my secondary one if I was gonna pick another one.
Because they used to have that guard. That guard
That's
used
what I was
to
about
be
to say. The Phantom Menace. Yep.
They used to be that.
So they're gonna have to find a caption or something that they can bring into the top 3 with, because right now the top 3 or 4 have a stranglehold over those captions. I think as long as Bluecoats are in existence, it's going to be hard to beat them in GE.
Because that's kind of where I was going to go, is like design.
I was with you on that.
Yep.
I'm with you on that, because it seems like back to, I don't know, even the last 4 or 5 years, seems like there's I guess since COVID, really, since they kind of had that bounce back since COVID. Seems like every show's just kind of had that one section where it just kind of just is missing something or lacks the pace, or it doesn't have that whatever that the beginning and the end does, or so like, I mean, this year that opening statement was so hot, and then I probably couldn't tell you much about the rest of it other than the ending. You go back to the Mind show. The ending was amazing. The beginning was good, and the middle part was kind of the Exogenesis lost steam and didn't have a great ending. So, I mean, just the design, I guess the pacing of the show, maybe.
I think both can be true. I think they got the crowd on their side now, but now you're gonna have to figure something else out, because I mean I think they came out hot for them, and then but like Crown just slowly and then get clean, and then so
Yeah.
like the ceiling has to be a little bit higher for Phantom. I think they came out of Guns Blazing and didn't have anywhere else to go. So
You know, it's like they were strong early and then just kind of just never. Once again, go back to the show title. I think hurt them in the end, but that's our opinion on that. Second question. What is the difference between the show quality from the top three and the other cores? So what is the kind of the bigger differences between our top three and the others when it comes to show quality?
I haven't watched
Talking
it
about
yet.
them compared to every other group.
I guess that's what it has. I guess we can like capsulate it to like top 12. I guess we can do that.
So basically, what's the difference between the top three against everybody else?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, and honestly, I think this could go for any tier. Honestly, probably a couple of things. There's a video out. I haven't watched it, but it's a YouTube video about how the top three or how every top finals group paced their show out. So it had, whether it was an intro or percussion feature or transition or whatever. And I thought that was interesting. I think the sophistication of pacing is one big thing from your top three or four groups as opposed to the rest of the group. I know we talked about Carolina Crown early. Felt like their show was very segmented. A lot of short segments in the show as opposed to just one thing. It's been mentioned a lot of times about Bluecoat's transitions. They are the kings and queens of getting from one idea to another one in a very fluid and artistic manner. So I think for your top three groups, I think they do that well. And then kind of going back to the whole how does Phantom need to get back? I think they have a section that shines, that really bolsters what they're trying to do. And when you design a show, you write around your strings. I don't think DCI hides its weaknesses, but I think they write around the strings very, very well. And then it's a sophisticated program that has tiers. So like, I think when you look at those top three groups, there's something for your entry level DCI fan to like, your casual fan to like, and then your DCI ultra heads. And you can reach everybody on those three levels of general effect that David Starnes has so well knownly said a lot of times. So that's my thought process.
Which is tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to have everything right there in the box.
That's why you see that's why we're seeing like rotations and flips between those groups, because I mean, you're not going to have it every year, but there's going to be there's going to be three groups that are going to have it every year, but it might be different every 3 years. But
I think it's some kind of man. I honestly don't really know how to put it, but like a cohesiveness between student and staff to understand the assignment, basically. Because you got these groups who they make stuff because like I harped on how clean Crown's drill was. I never said it was the hardest drill, but God, it's clean, man.
mm-hmm.
It's so clean, and you got staff members who can do that. But then you look at the bottom tier groups, y'all not as clean visually.
Yeah.
So what's happening there? So it's like an understanding between the staff and the student. I need to hit this dot. I need to guide this form or blah, blah, blah. However, whichever one you want to use, because I won't get in that argument. But because
that's actually our next question, Will. So I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was like, Jesus, let me go home and get out of this.
Yeah. People gonna be mad at me.
But I think it's just it's like they figure something out at those levels of an understanding between them two to execute so high. Because I think so many other groups, you got staff members who have so many expectations. It's like, I just expect you to do it. Excuse you? Sometimes it don't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to always get students to come in and you just expect them to just know, or to expect them to this. Even during audition processes, they may impress you, blah, 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 but you start getting into the season and stuff like that, it gets different. You're doing things for the audition to make it, not the season. Right? Things get rocky during the season. Look at the same. It gets rocky after we done recruited you. But you know what I'm saying? But I think they figure something out, man. It's just, that's why I was like, I don't really know how to put it, but I feel that a lot, because you get that in a lot of levels, even in BOA groups, man, and indoor and stuff like that. You see these top groups, and it's like, man, there's just something happening.
Yep.
That no one else is understanding. Because I mean, hey, we say it to Avon all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so finding that, getting lucky. I mean, Phantom's got titles. They know what it feels like to be up there. A lot of these groups know what it feels like to be, you know, top 5. Blue Knights, Scouts, these groups that have kind of fallen off for a while now, are trying to get back. Obviously, Cavies. You know what I'm saying? So I think that has to be a part of it somewhere. You know.
Also, Zach, was you gonna say something?
I was gonna say, kind of along the lines of your stuff, Will. Like, I think consistency among staff is big. Like, when was the last? Like, I don't know the last time I heard of a major staff change from any of those top 3 groups.
Exactly. Like BD.
Like, yeah.
Like who is new on staff there, and if they do, I don't think they announce it a lot. If they
Yeah.
are,
Like, it just
like,
doesn't
who's
seem like
changing?
it doesn't seem like they're having a lot of turnover. Whereas, like, you look at some other groups, like, it seems like every year, here's your new
Mm-hmm.
caption head for this and caption head for that.
I
And
mean,
some of
look at
that also is because, like, they do a really good job and then they get poached and somebody with a bigger name grabs them.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
But like, you have that consistency of staff. And when your staff has been together for a long time, I think that's one of the things we talk about with the Colts, right? Like,
Yeah,
the kids and the staff stuck around and kept coming back, and it
that
just
thing.
kept breeding this culture, and
It
um,
has to be. It has to be a balance to say, yeah, we may be here on the list of where we lie in the numbers game or whatever, from
hmm
1st to 12. Where, yeah, sure, we're here, but what is the organization doing that makes you want to return?
yep.
The culture, or is there a culture in that and stuff like that?
Let
Because I
me
mean, look at Scouts. How many staff changes y'all had? It's like Caroline
hmm
Crown. Y'all just got new perk. It's like we've said that for years, man.
Let me, because I think this is good. This leads into the next question, because I think this is a good one. What you're all saying, these all kind of feel like the similar ones. That's why I kind of put them together. This next one says, what does a group like the Troopers need to do to move up? So, like, I guess like that 11, 12, 13, 14. Like, what does it take for a group like that? Because I heard you mention Colts and that. Like, what's it going to take for those groups to
talent?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
mixed match. I think the number of how many are so good, because a lot of things that we say a lot of times, especially in these top percussions, your top 5, really, you can almost go out to 8. Um, a lot of times, your best player isn't the center snare. Now, just because you're not the best player doesn't mean you didn't have. Because to be center, you got to do more than play. I've said that for years. I don't care how good you are as a player, but if you ain't got that leadership skills, I don't want you on my center, because your hands ain't gonna be enough for me to just be like, okay, you're my center player. But that happens a lot. So these groups have so many kids throughout that are just that good of quality, and then some of these lower tier groups, it's spots. They're everywhere, and then you get pockets or whatever. And that's tough, man. That's tough because I think design can hurt on showcasing that.
I was going to say, I was like, I keep falling back to like show design for me. I feel like is always going to be a big talent is another big one too, but like just okay, you might not have the most you got talented kids, but not what some of these other groups have. Okay, how do you design around that? How do you feature those kids the best way you
Design to
possibly
that
can?
talent to make that look better than what it may not be. Comparison, but you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh.
Right? Talent does not just include the kids.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah, that part. Right. You're right. You're right.
You wonder with Blue Coach Climb, was it finding the right staff, or was it actually being able to pull talent to get where they need to get to? We talked about the increase in by Madison allowing women, doubling the talent pool that they can pull from. So now they have this talent, but all the talents on the field is their talent in the staff design team. So it's a mix of both. Like you have to have a design team, but you have to have the Jimmys and the Joes to execute what the design team put out there. But then if you have the Jimmy and the Joes and you don't give them anything,
exactly.
So
that's why I kind of mentioned that whole thing about staff just having those expectations and just saying, "Well, I just expect you to know." That's a you problem, because at the end of the day, you're still human. There's still kids and stuff like that. You need to teach.
Yeah. Because
it's nothing wrong with having those expectations, but at the end of the day, if you're not getting the results you think you should be getting, you got to look somewhere else.
Yeah. And it's not like it used to be or it's not, I'm not going to say like it used to be, but it's not like the talent is not evenly distributed amongst everybody. The most talented kids want to go to the top quarters. And then you have the regional aspect to it too, because you might have a hot shot trumpet player that wants to march Blue Coats, but they can't because they can't make it all the way over there.
Financial decisions play a big role.
Yeah, it's a lot that goes into it. So, it's for our troopers. I mean, you're in Wyoming. What does the Corps have to offer you as an all-state trumpet player to make you want to come watch their Corps? And that's not me
announcing shows right after they get off.
Field. But that's the thing, man. Like that's a hype choice, and it's to a certain extent it is paying off for them. It is, but they gotta have more. I mean, if you're talking about trying to get to the next tier, you gotta step up in both areas. You gotta step up in talent. You gotta step up in design too.
All right, next question. What can be, is this kind of a judging question / like just overall just talk about like the dreaded word slotting, but what can be done to keep cores from being stuck in tiers so early in the season?
As in,
so once they get placed, it's pretty much like they're there all year.
So here's
that's not okay.
So when you only have 21 groups, you're going to get put in tiers. It's going to happen. If it's not like it's not like it's like BOA where there's 100 bands that are going to be competing, and there's more groups in a tier. Like there's always slots. So when you have 100-point scale to use, and you're judging these groups based off talent or design team talent or whatever, like it's just natural that some cream rise to the top, and you have to separate them. You can't. I remember going to shows, and there was a percussion judge and I like the person dearly, I do, but we would go to a show there'd be 10 groups there, and there would be 10 points from the work between the worst group and the best group.
Man.
And I'm like, so like if you're, you got 3 groups in a class, here's 73, 74, 75. And I'm like, no, that group is way more than 1 point better than this group. Like, but
the gap matters.
The gap matters. The gap matters. So
it's almost like the gap matters more than the actual number itself.
It does.
I agree with you on that.
Firmly believe that.
I don't care if it starts with a 7. What's the gap between me and who I beat, and what's the gap between me and the next person?
Yeah.
How close am I to this group versus how far am I separating myself from this group? Because I know where I need to be. I don't care what the number is.
So you're kind of slotting them, because if they're in a tier by themselves, which arguably they are, I don't think they're slotting placements. And I think I was so glad that Boston and Blue were so close all season, and they kept bouncing back and forth. And the SEV and BD were close because they flip flopped, and Crown and Phantom flip flopped. So that kind of lets you know, like, yeah, they might be in tiers, but like on any given night, if one group doesn't break it, it could have been all different. Blue could have won, BD could have medaled, Phantom could have been 5th. Like, all of those things could have happened if things had popped off the way in a different direction. If you don't want slotting, you're going to have to go to a ranking system, and it's going to have to be like Olympic style scoring, where each judge rates the group, and you rank you put the groups in order by rank and not by numerical score.
But I mean, you're still going to get slotting.
Like you'll get slotting, but it won't be as visible, because you'll just say like, oh, they're first through 12, but you won't see really how, because when I think slot, I think like you're here and that's where you're going to finish, and like, and this group has no way of catching up. If you just rank them, you don't know how close 12th place was to first place.
That's true. I think in the system we have now, I think that's why a show like San Antonio is so important, because it's this activity is naturally going to tier people.
Yeah,
that's just how it is. Like, like not until you get together are you going to see the true, almost like what you're saying, the rankings of those people.
So here's my devil's advocate question: does the way that they do performance order at a regional like that, where it gets better as the day goes on, affect that?
Yeah, because does
it make the slotting worse?
We saw it with Vanguard when they came back.
Yeah,
like that can.
It took them a minute
be overcome. Yeah,
it took them a minute to bounce out of that, but they did, and you would hope that the judging system rewards them, and they did. I mean, they yes, they go on first at San Antonio or whatever they went on at San Antonio, and they still finished 6th again. I think that's what it was there at that show or whatever. So like, our Cavies going on 6th at finals and winning PERT.
Yeah,
that took a judge saying that it's the best I saw.
I think that's also. I know, like, we get flack, and a lot of get flack about judging sometimes. Like, but DCI their judges are trained very well, and they know their stuff. That if Vanguard goes on first, they're going to reward them for what they're doing.
Yeah.
9 groups to go.
Well, I mean, WGI or RCC got a penalty one year.
That one year
was
they messed 15th. Up.
They still should have won. They made finals, but was 15th going into finals, went on first, and came in second.
Yeah,
still should have won.
So,
but that slot hurt them, and I think that's why they lost. because of that. You took a L penalty in the prelims or whatever to go on first and finals. It's like, are you kidding me?
Which is insane anyway.
It is.
So I don't think it's as bad as people think it is.
Here's what I would say, and I've been thinking about this a little bit, is I think that the reason why people say people get slotted is, or the tiers are happening, is because he's going back to what we're talking about show wise. Like, there are groups that are doing way better things than the other groups are doing. So like, the natural order is going to descend like that, and there's going to be groupies that are doing the exact same things really well together. They're going to be together. That's just the nature of our activity. I mean, heck, we're talking about in our circuit, KMEA, like it's like you got the clear one, you got the clear two, and then everyone else is together because they're all doing the same thing. Like,
because you gotta, because folks gotta understand, man. It's like, go ahead and have your favorite group and favorite shows and stuff like that, but they got to also be executing like those top three. If you want to see them up there and this, that, and other, it's like, man, this show is so much better than this show. I would agree with you, but the execution ain't.
You gotta have something that breaks that ceiling of that tier.
Yeah,
just like Manners. Now Manners is in that little island on their own, but
and they just need a good year like Phantom had. It came out of nowhere, and they're gonna jack up a whole lot of stuff.
See, that was something I was going to talk about with whatever the question was. Like, what does Troopers and Phantom need? Like, you see it like these groups. Like, you got to have the breakout year that gets everybody's head turned and go, oh. And then like Mandarins, they had that breakout year. They busted up into finals, and then what have they done ever since then? They climb. Okay, Troopers and Colts busted into finals, and here they are. They're staying in. You have that breakout year. Bluecoats, their breakout. I mean, not to get into finals, but you could go back to Tilt and say, okay, Tilt is the one that got them over the hump into the top 5, top 3. Crown, they had 3 or 4 years in a row where it was like boom, boom, boom. So, like Mandarins, they're gonna have a year where something just clicks and all the stars align and that pushes them in, and then people are gonna start going there. Now that Blue Knights have busted back into finals, hopefully for them and that group, it's going to start getting some more interest over there, and they're going to start seeing it, and people are going to want to start going there again to get back to where they used to be.
And just like I always think about when people are talking about sports and stuff like that, you have other groups that are trying to win too.
Yep. Exactly.
So, like, even though those top 3 or 4 groups are top 3 or 4, doesn't mean they're still not trying to get better.
Yeah.
So, like, you got to get better, but they're going to get better too. So your improvement has to be more than theirs. And that's just kind of the hard part.
Yeah, it don't take much because you get caught slacking. We've already seen it. Look how many groups beat Crown and Brass.
Yep.
So it's like you get caught slacking, man. Just because you up in that top, that don't matter. You still got to bring it. So they know, yeah, sure, we're top 3, blah, blah, blah. But we know we can't lack for no reason.
Yeah.
All right. This is a fun one. This is a good one. It says, do you think we will ever again see a new core win a championship?
Ooh.
Jesus, boy.
Like somebody who's never won one before?
Yeah, world class. Yeah.
It's I don't know if this is going to really be the reason, but I feel like it's going to take the top 5 or so to lose all their staff.
Well, who's left? Who in the top 12? I guess the next closest would be.
I mean, after Phantom, it's
Mandarins.
It's Mandarin's turn.
Yeah,
Mandarins
Blue
would be
Stars. Haven't gotten one.
Mandarins, Blue Stars,
Troopers, Colts, Blue Knights.
Crossman.
It'll take Crossman or Spirit to do something weird.
It's gonna be Music City. Manifesting it.
I thought that was a good question. I was like, thinking about that, I don't know if we'll ever see, because Boston was really the last,
yeah.
And look how long it took them.
Yeah. Their whole existence.
And that's why I said the staff thing, because man, once you get there and you got those consistent staff people and you doing the same things, and it's just talent after talent, and it's great ideas being poured out left and right, and it's a tough bracket to break. It's going to take something drastic for those teams to go through to I mean, I hate to use that example. We keep going back to sports and stuff. Look at some of these teams who got all these hurt players and stuff. You got Kansas City. What is Kansas City doing 0-2 now?
Right.
Excuse me. Are they 0-3 today? Did the Giants beat them?
No. They're going to beat the Giants.
It's like something like that has to happen to change it, because it's Patriots. Brady left.
Mm-hmm.
Pieces of the puzzle started to come apart, and then that organization started to change. So to me, it's like it's going to take something of that nature, a major staff change.
I mean, I'm thinking like the next closest one right now is Mandarins. Just think who they had to get through to even sniff that. Like, I mean, like that's crazy, man. Like,
it's gonna take. I honestly think it's gonna take some groups folding. I said, this is all speculation for me. I have no background evidence on this. I don't have anything, but I do know that Blue Devils has an entertainment organization. If they ever decide, you know what, it's been fun.
They're still straight.
You know, Blue Coats, they have an entertainment organization. Same thing. If they decide, you know what, this has been cool. The whole innovation thing, we can parlay this into something else. Still give kids an opportunity to perform. A lot of the groups may take like the Jersey Surf route.
I was gonna say off and on.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
It's an educational thing, but you know what? I think it's going to take some of those top groups to buy out. Buy out. Oh, not bail out. Not bail. Bail out's not the word. Vow. Yes, it is. Bow out. There it is. And just be like, it's been fun. I don't want to see that happen, but just the tradition of excellence is so strong. And I think a lot like the cadets, they would just stop it before they let it get bad.
Mm-hmm. But Vanguard did the same thing. They took a pause.
Yeah.
Cut their open core, and came back,
So I think that's what it would take.
I don't know if you'll see it in our lifetime.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll see it in our lifetime, but
yeah. All right. Next question. This is the reverse end of things. With the quality of cores increasing, do you all think finals should be expanded?
To what?
That's all it says. That's why I don't have anything else.
I guess the number would be 15.
You mean to make more people in final?
People in. Yeah.
Nah,
I don't think so.
If I was to placate, I would say up to 15 with a cutoff score.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Like automatic 12. But if your top 15 is scoring, let's just say 88. If you pop a 90, you're automatically in finals. Like I'm just because you want to make the thing about finals is it's a prestige thing. Like 12 is the number.
Could you do something like golf does when they do the cut, like whatever the score the top person is, they figure out what that aggregate, like you got to be within so many strokes that first player, and if you're not, you're cut out of the tournament.
I mean, that's another way you can think
something
about
like that too.
But the thing is, you don't want to dilute the product.
Exactly.
That's why I said that's why I said a score. You could do that. You can say, all right, top score at prelims was this. Anybody within 15 makes semis. All right, top score was this. Anybody within 10 points makes finals.
Yeah.
You're also going to have to extend the day.
Well,
that day's going to get longer.
If it's
you got to think about all the other stuff that's not drum corps going on too.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you just have to pick a number that wasn't diluted. Like I said, 12 is the minimum, but I wouldn't go above 15. And I don't see 15 scoring an 88.
No.
Now I don't think that should happen, but I'm saying if it did happen, that's how I would do it.
I think we go back to our relegation system. That could work. If you do something like that, that way there's skin in the game for those spots. But
was that a 2-class or a 3-class system?
3.
We did do 3.
Mm-hmm. That's what we did. All right, last question. Here we go. What are some changes you guys would like to see happen in DCI in the future?
No wheels.
I think we all know wheels. I got one big one. I'll say this one real quick. And this is not from a competitive side. I want to see more outside music arts sponsorships start coming into DCI.
So kind of like the jazz financial.
Presenting the Raising Cane's Founders Trophy.
Right, yeah, like something like that. Yeah, like sponsoring the shows, especially the bigger ones like in San Antonio.
Trophy sponsored by
Atlanta.
J&J's Mowing.
Not mowing.
But I think that's the next. I think that needs to be something.
The Bucky Southwestern Championship.
Oh,
yeah, everybody probably might fight for that one.
Listen.
Fight for the Bucky one.
Telling you,
the winner gets a golden beaver nugget.
No, the winner, their core gets an hour in Bucky's with no one else.
Anybody else?
Yep.
Ooh, that's a
pretty good one. People fight for that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh, I would like. I don't know. It's just popped in my head. I would like for DCI to be back on ESPN.
That would
be cool.
Yes.
Yep. Put it back.
I don't like.
Put it on the Ocho. Even if it's just the Ocho, like it's still on there.
I'm a big disc golf guy, and they for the disc golf pro tour championships they do a condensed package. They aired on ESPN too, so I think that they used to do that for DCI, right? It was like a condensed, like they didn't show the whole show, but they showed like majority of it. I can't remember.
They could do
the better, the higher they were ranked, the more they showed.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, that would be cool.
So like 12th place, she saw the salute, and then 11th place, she saw. And they had little vignettes about the cores, and they did a really good job explaining what it was and how it scored.
That'd be cool.
They did a good job with it.
What else would I like to see?
So we just let Will say his because I think we know what his is.
What?
Go ahead. You have the floor. You have the talking stick.
You don't know about that. We are only the ones that had to endure that pain.
No.
I'm glad I don't know because I broke it.
Stupid.
Anyways,
that stick was sturdy.
That thing hurt someone with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man. Yeah, y'all know. Double the Perkin guard panels.
I agree.
Double the Perkin guard panels. Because you're already doing it.
I don't really know. I don't. Besides that,
Ooh, I got another one.
what's up?
Let the all age winners do an exhibition at finals.
Yeah.
That's easy.
I think that needs to
That'd
happen.
be cool.
And open class.
They used
And
to
open
do
class.
open.
They
Yeah,
used to
They
do
used to
open.
do open class.
Open
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
used to do.
And let the Marines compete.
Ooh.
Put them in all age class and see
Ooh.
what happens.
Oh,
Reading Buccaneers be shaking in their boots.
Oof. I don't know if the world's ready for
It may
that.
not be ready.
I don't know.
It may not be. May not
You
be.
imagine
fair.
them actually like, I'm not saying they don't try, but like they actually was like, we're going to put a competitive show out there.
They're gonna pull out a
Guys that
literal,
literally do this for their entire
Well,
lives.
like a literal ship.
But that's the thing.
You know, like how Strike
is-
Percussion brought out a plane,
Yeah.
like a. They're gonna be on it. They'll be on it.
But how is
Oh,
moving
right.
on land?
And a whole fighter
First,
jet gonna come out the tunnel and land on that joint. Listen, y'all don't want that.
If they do get army, they do get military money.
yeah.
Talking about hundreds in visual and GE.
Yeesh.
Now that'd be dope. That'd be interesting because I'd like to see what they would do, what it would do, and what it would shake up. Because God, dog, it's just precision in that.
That's the thing.
I get it; it's military, and I understand all of that, but man, it's just
It's GE would
Yes.
GE would hurt them.
Yeah.
Unless they played the game, GE would hurt them.
I think they would.
They might sweep every caption.
I think
But they
they
don't
would.
have a color guard.
Yeah, they bring some folks in.
The drum major will spin that mace, and that's their color guard score.
Yep. I got a funny one. This is my pet peeve.
Oh.
But
if you yell "they're always ready," you get thrown out. Immediately escorted out of Lucas Oil.
Not only that. If you wear your core jacket and it's over 90 degrees, you cannot come into the venue. You're done. You're out.
I second this motion.
You're done.
I'm
sorry.
You're gonna have everybody. He's gonna be empty in that joint.
Let it die.
Well, you know what?
Look, them folks do that for other reasons.
You can't be out there. I saw guys this year.
Listen, I get
struggling outside.
I get it.
Struggling outside. And it was like 9 o'clock. He's like, I'm like, take off your jacket, bro. Like you are dying on your own accord. Like that's why it's happening. Like
it's not,
bro.
You hotter now in that jacket than you were on tour,
right?
Like,
listen, Scout's got the worst jacket. I done seen it a plethora of times. That Scout's jacket, mine is an Eskimo. Whole like you can survive a whole winter blast in that joint. And these folks will be in that jacket in 100 degrees.
Listen, I understand you've been outside all summer, and so you're acclimated. But Jesus, man,
they're gonna wear them.
When I see you like just struggling, it reminds me of that SpongeBob episode when they don't have air.
Water.
I don't want water. Like that. That reminds me. Like y'all
dripping.
Understand.
We're gonna wear
them.
That's funny.
All ties
like these band shows.
All ties need to be broken with a drumline battle.
Ooh. Or a spin-off.
Or both.
Oh.
There you go. There it is. It's a 3-leg thing. A drumline battle, a spin-off, and a fundamental
like punt,
block.
pass, and kick.
Not fundamental.
Fundamental block.
A drill down.
A drill down. Yes, a
drill down. A spin-off and a drumline battle for the win.
Oh man. I do have
and whichever drum major can count off at 180
a tempo check
at the tempo. Yeah. The best.
I do have a somewhat serious one. I think they need to move Sound Sport and Drumline Battle back inside.
In the convention center?
Well, see, they did that in that one spot. It was way more crowded than it is in that outside in that one area. Remember that? Because SEV alumni
Well, that
was in
one
it.
area is gone now. There's a big hotel going in.
Yeah. The pavilion's gone.
It is gigantic. So it's
my
like right
God.
outside of Lucas Oil now, where they have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right there beside the convention center. I just like it inside. I think. I don't know. I think it's cooler inside, like
Well, it
literally
is.
and figuratively.
Literally.
Like,
It's
like
literally it's cool inside.
like.
I don't know. I wonder if you can't get as many people inside though. I wonder if that's what it
I'm
is.
sure, but I mean the stands look the same as they always do when we walked up there. So I don't know.
But then they have all the food trucks, and
Yeah,
that's kind of like a whole vibe down there.
Yeah,
because all that used to take place where that pavilion was that they're putting a big hotel in it.
I was gonna say that's something else they need to figure out because all age is going on the same time as all that's going on. So I wonder if that's hurting one or both.
Do you think that you could put that stuff on Sunday?
I don't think anyone would show up.
No, because all the courts are doing their banquets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
People leaving. Some people only come up for finals and go back.
I think it would be cool if Sound Sport and Drumline Battle happened. No, because Friday night.
Did they even do Drumline Battle this year?
I don't think so.
I didn't know. I didn't see it. They didn't stream it if they did.
Semifinals are going on during that time. So,
man, what will 7th Regiment win now? Nothing.
Oh. Jesus!
Oh no!
Well, we went almost an hour without pettiness.
Yeah, there it was.
Sorry.
And I was petty about the core jacket, so
yeah.
Well, open class is Monday, Tuesday. I don't think there's anything Wednesday, but it's Wednesday.
And then Thursday's prelims.
So if nobody's going to watch it on a Saturday, ain't nobody gonna go up to Indy to watch Sound Sport on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I like that they have it on Saturday because it gives people something to do while they wait for finals. But you're right. If they're doing all age at the same time as that, then
I mean, you're splitting your pool.
There's no medium.
I wonder if you're getting more people because you get the people that legitimately want to see all age, and then, but didn't want to see Sound Sport, so they're down there.
Yeah, and they don't have to pay to get to Sound Sport.
Yeah,
it's free.
I mean, it's like you're not going to really win that kind of battle because it's like the same thing with indoor and drum corps because you got so many kids going to the lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna make that track all the way around them buildings. Just go see this stuff because that's the only time up close and personal. I mean, you get a lot of good. Hell, you get a lot of actually good hornline only videos now. Like just the hornline. Like I've seen a lot. So and these kids they're gonna miss actual shows to do that, and they just know that they'll be in there by your last
2 or 3,
6 to 5 or so.
What time does semifinals usually start on Fridays?
1? Question mark? I mean, it's 25 groups.
Also, I wonder if they have the convention center. They have the convention center as a backup plan.
Yes, it's usually for inclement weather.
So, like,
because that's where the chorus will go warm up and stuff instead of that part.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I wonder how much it is actually is split an audience or like people like either they're going to see all age or they're going to see their babies do Sound Sport. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how much.
I think it's one or the other, but
crossover is
either way. You get people down there. Mm-hmm. So like if they're walking out of all age, you know they need a break. They're like, hey, let's go see what Sound Sport doing. And then go somewhere. Oh, hey, let's grab something from the food trucks. You know. So I bet traffic's a little bit. The footprint is down there is a little bit more active.
I know something that would be cool. You remember the year the 50th anniversary they had the exhibit you could walk through?
Just have that permanently there every year. Or
that would be cool to have every year. Or like if it's a Core's anniversary year, they can set up their own like history walk kind of deal, so you could learn about them.
Yeah,
that would be cool. I like
and
that.
Their individual histories.
Yeah.
There's that bus. The year that only Seth and I got to go. There was that bus that had like all that old uniforms on there. Can't remember what that was called.
I can't either. They
But
did.
that was
I saw
pretty
something
neat.
about that recently too.
Yeah.
That
guy, you talk about a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, that dude
Man.
knew a lot about a lot. A lot about a lot.
All right, that's all the questions. So thank you all for them. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got more? Let us know because we like to discuss things.
Yeah. It's a lot of really good discussion and thoughts and all that good stuff. So I'm here for it. And we got, like I said, we got plenty of time. We're trying to talk about some other stuff. I know BLA just started. I think Avon got a big win this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprised
Texas
by that.
is being Texas.
Texas is Texasing.
We're talking. Side note: I know we're over an hour right now, but we're talking about this weekend. There's that. What's it? Is it Coppell or?
Yes,
Coppell High School has a varsity and JV marching band in Texas, and I saw a video of their JV. I'm like, oh my gosh!
And they were JVs, like just freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, just Texas is just I'll never understand it. Never get it.
Priorities there. It's schools want their bands to be good because they want great entertainment at football games. So they pour money into the arts. And it's just like any market. It's like anything. If you're going to go where you feel compensated, valued, and paid well, in Texas, a lot of Texas programs tend to do that. So you get what you get out of Texas. I don't think it's, you can't give what you don't have. I think for what it's worth, and I'm not saying that because I'm the president of a state organization, but I think for what we have, the resources we have available, we got a lot of groups that do the best we can.
Amen.
How many Class A champions do we have at BOA?
Yeah.
It's that. I'm gonna tell you. So if you like this episode, you got any thoughts about any of the questions that we had below, please like, comment, share, or subscribe down below. Hit buttons, share buttons, make comments, all the things. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.